All right. Okay, so just talking about life and just in general, relationship with God and what does it look like. And sometimes we talk about a lot of incredible times with God and the highs and the lows and sometimes we often don't talk about the just normal everyday life with Him, and it's something that more and more I'm discovering that that's what it's about. There's the highs of this sweet encounters of Jesus, and He's speaking to you and you're like, massive revelation, you're like, whoa, okay, that was impressive. And then you have the lows where you're like, God, where are you? And you're seeking Him out and searching Him out and just not knowing where He is. But then there's also just the normal, just day-to-day life with God, and for me, just really discovering that even these last few days where I'm like, come on, Jesus, let's ready for some more. And He's just like, you know what, it's just chill. And something about just being okay and just being still moving forward and still running a relationship with Him, still having time with Him. Of course, that's what relationship is, just having time with God and spending it with Him and hearing Him. All that is needed, but just being okay with just the small one-worded things that He has for the day, or just the simple have a great day, or have fun or enjoy, and just learning even just the simplicity of just having relationship with God. Yes, it's complex, and yes, there's a lot of things that come with it, but also there's just the normality of living life with God, and not to make it all fluffy or to make it needs to be all huge and like this, but it can just be life with Him. And I think that's the beauty of having a relationship with our Creator. It is actually living life with Him and talking with Him and relating with Him and hearing what He has to say and just being. And I think just being at peace with where I'm at, where we are at as Christians as well. And yes, there's times where we need to desperately seek Him, like the deer pants for water, so my soul thirsts after Him. And there's those moments of those great thirsty and hungry times, and those are beautiful and needed, and probably majority of the time that's where we are. But there are days and times where it's just keep going. It's kind of God says it to me a lot sometimes, like, Leah, just keep going, just keep walking, and just keep following. Even if you don't hear Him or hear me, like even if you don't hear me today, just keep going. And so it's something I've just continually have to remind myself is just keep going, keep walking forward, keep seeking His face, keep just being with Him, abiding with Him, and enjoying life. And I was walking home today and just pondering just normal life, going to the grocery store, getting just some food for dinner, and just the normality of just living life with God. And it doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be this giant show all the time. And I'm a full-time missionary, and so for me, being in full-time missions, I mean, even just doing basic things like just going to the grocery store sometimes I don't often do, or cook my own food sometimes. I'm like, man, I just need to tone it down a little bit and just live life with God and not make it such a giant thing all the time, which it is a giant thing, of course, living for God and living with Him and being in a relationship with Him. It's amazing. And being a missionary, I love it. But it also is just learning to just be okay with even just the simple days. And that's kind of the beauty of just having the simplicity moments of Him, with Him, just walking, just talking, just making dinner, watching a movie, listening to music, and inviting God into the midst of that, and just being at rest and being at peace, and not trying so hard or performing or being competitive or trying to reach all these goals, and we stress ourselves out, where God's like, it's okay, just sit with me. And some of my most favorite times is actually just like making dinner and watching a movie with God, and just me and Him, and relaxing and just living life together. And it's just the beauty of it. And so it's a neat little thing that I'm learning more of and continually growing in, and just being relaxed and just enjoying life with Him, and just even just having, for me, like picturing Him in my mind, just like smiling and looking at me and looking down at me and being smiling and being like, it's okay. It's not all about the hype or the pressure, or get out there and do evangelism, get out there and share the gospel, get out there, do all those awesome things. But it's also days that are just, it's okay just to be. And not to get lazy, obviously, and complacent. That's not it. But it's just learning to just be people and be human and enjoy life. And I think just that's, Jesus said it so clearly. It's like, live life to the full, live it abundantly. Like He's like, I've come to give life and life abundantly. And I love that about who our God is. He's like, it's not meant to always be so crazy, but it is just about living life and living life abundantly and enjoying life, and that's what our God has for us. Yes, there's times of perseverance. Yes, there's times of hardship. Yes, there's times of the highs and the lows and everything, but also making sure we enjoy the moments of just neutralism and simplicity and grocery stores and movies and music and hangouts and quiet days, and it's just something about that. It's very sweet and very nice and peaceful, and I don't know, it's something that I've just been processing, and just even processing as I was walking home, and something that I just feel like I need to keep reminding myself with, and just to relax, take it easy, take a deep breath, and go eat some ice cream or something, and so I don't know, just something I'm processing, but I just think it's something that we continually need to grow in as Christians, and just be okay. And maybe it's just me because I'm in the missionary field, and being in missions is kind of how it happens sometimes. So maybe I'm speaking to missionaries, but it's something we need to keep reminding ourselves of, just to be normal people and to love Jesus and to do our work and love him and just be at rest and be at peace, because that's actually what he calls us to. And it's not meant to be all the time stressful and all the time crazy and intense, but it can just be nice and enjoyable and lovely and wonderful. And that's what we need at times. We need those moments, and to sustain ourselves until we die, basically. It's beautiful and it's good. Live life to the full. It's important, and we need it. Make sure we rest. It's good.